Good evening, everybody. Please be seated. Good evening and welcome. For our guests, I'm Andrew Guzman, the Dean of the Law School, the University of Southern California Gould School of Law, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to Gould's 119th commencement ceremony. I want to welcome the family and friends of our graduates and thank you for sharing this important day with us. To the graduates, let me first say congratulations. Many of you came here from across the state or the country or from abroad, embarking on an exciting adventure. And now you have reached this point together. Today is your day to celebrate. I and the faculty are so incredibly proud of what you've achieved, and you deserve all of the thanks and congratulations you're going to receive. But before we get to that, I want to remind us all that legal professionals aren't born, they're made. Many people had a hand in helping you achieve the degree you're receiving today. Some of those people are here today. Some could not be here, but are cheering you on from afar. They've supported you through the journey. They're your parents, your friends, your significant others, your spouses, your partners, your grandparents, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, and for some of you, your own children. So graduates, before we start celebrating you too much, let me invite you to rise and turn to the audience and thank them for helping you reach this point. So now, as you prepare to leave USC, I have a final quiz for you. I bet a lot of you have taken a photo of yourself in front of the Tommy Trojan statue. The easy question on the quiz, do you know that there's words written at the base of the statue? The hard part of the quiz, what are those words? No, it's not fight on. So if you said that, please leave now because you're not graduating. It has 5 words. They are faithful, scholarly, skillful, courageous, and ambitious. They are the 5 traits of a Trojan. And these traits contain in them important lessons to remember as you move onward and upward in your careers and in your lives. And I'd like to frame my comments around them, starting with faithful. The people sitting around you right now once were strangers, but they're not anymore. They're now faithful colleagues, counselors, and friends. You've lived and worked and learned, whether in person or virtually, together for a year or more. You've bonded and found a home here at Gould. And when the time comes, you can rely on them again for support and guidance. But beyond that, you're also now part of the legendary Trojan family, a network of professionals that is lifelong and worldwide. There's a Chinese proverb that says, "To know the road ahead, ask those returning." Anywhere you go, I promise you, you will find Trojans. You have connections and contacts at your fingertips all around the world to help you and encourage you. Our collective strength is now your strength, and I hope it serves you well, and I hope you will keep it strong and vibrant, just like all those who have gone before. The next trait is scholarly, and in your time at Gould, each of you has demonstrated the highest level of scholarship and academic performance. Had you not done so, you wouldn't have a seat here today. But now that your classes are over, I urge you to continue the pursuit of knowledge. Embrace learning as a lifelong process. Mahatma Gandhi told us, learn as if you were to live forever. Heed that advice. Seize opportunities to learn as opportunities for growth. Never let your thirst for learning come to an end. Your intellectual curiosity brought you here to Gould. Feed that curiosity as you move through life. The third trait is skillful. An African proverb says, if you think you are too small to make a difference, then you haven't spent an evening with a mosquito. Somebody who read this script, this speech, told me I should worry that I'm calling you mosquitoes. I really don't mean to just be calling you mosquitoes. But we all sometimes wonder how much we can do as individuals, how much impact can we make? Well, I can promise you that you indeed can make a difference, and in part because you have the skills to do so. During your studies, you've acquired superior skills and understanding of the law, and just as importantly, how to deploy those skills. You can make the law work for you. You're problem solvers and innovators, maybe even miracle workers for the clients you serve, thanks in part to the skills and training you received here. And that brings us to the fourth trait, courageous. Be courageous in character. Regardless of your role, pursue justice. Stand for those who deserve to be heard and protected. In Greek mythology, Trojans were the defenders of Troy. When there's a right side of things and a wrong side, be on the right side and don't give up without a fight. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The time is always right to do what's right." The fifth and final trait is ambitious. Students come to USC and USC Gould from many different places, many different backgrounds, but they always have a few things in common. One is that they're very smart. I don't think you'll argue with me there. And the other is that they're rarely satisfied with the status quo. Salvador Dali told us that intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings. It's okay to be ambitious. It's okay to dream of what can be and to reach for it. And remember, as you do, you have a Trojan family at your side to help. We're proud at Gould of our legacy of inspiring pioneers and difference makers across the field of law. I hope you will add to the next chapter to that legacy. I have confidence that you are equipped with the knowledge, analytical skills, and abilities to head into the world and do incredible things. And speaking of the legacy of our graduates, I'd like to take a moment and remember and honor a special member of our USC Gould community who would have been sitting in these seats today, but unfortunately passed away a few months ago. Nathaniel Alfredo Putera Lubis, Alfredo, a beloved LLM student from Indonesia, passed away in March at age 26. His friends at Gould will always remember his very warm, cheerful, and easygoing nature, and reflect fondly on the time they enjoyed with him. Alfredo was a multi-talented student with broad passions and interests, and he would have earned his degree with all of you on this special day. We're saddened that he can't be with us today, but we're privileged and honored to have the opportunity to confer his Master of Laws posthumously. Alfredo's family is here with us today, and I would like to invite his parents, Timbul and Linda, to join us on stage to receive his diploma. Now let me take a moment to talk about you, our graduates. As dean, I'm in the habit of telling anybody I meet how awesome our students are. My defense is that it's true. And at this ceremony, we add 495 members to the Trojan Alumni Network. We are celebrating our 16th class of Masters of Laws graduates from 41 countries. We're celebrating the second class of graduates of our LLM program in Alternative Dispute Resolution and our Masters of Dispute Resolution programs. That sounds like a challenge to the next group, which is the second class of graduates from our Masters of Studies in Law program. Challenge accepted. As a group, you've also shown an incredible passion for learning. Many of you earned specialized certificates in addition to your master's degrees, and you should all be so proud of your accomplishments. So wherever you go, please know that we believe in you and your ability to make a difference. I will add that wherever you go, we will brag about you and take credit for everything you do. And never forget that you have a home here at USC Gould. And now I'm very happy to introduce our student speaker, Purita Angela Sandalo Pereno. Angela has been an active member of her class and served as the LLM representative for the Public Interest Law Foundation. She also was a member of the Women's Law Association and the Asia Pacific American Law Students Association. She obtained her bachelor's degree cum laude and her Juris Doctor degree from the University of the Philippines. While pursuing her JD degree, she interned at the Office of the Solicitor General of the Philippines and at the University of the Philippines Office of Legal Aid. In 2005, she was inducted into the Phi Kappa Phi International Honor Society, University of the Philippines chapter. And in the interest of symmetry, Angela was inducted into the Phi Kappa Phi USC chapter earlier this week. Angela plans to build a career in transactional law, but also has interests in public interest law undertakings. Please welcome Angela to this podium.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming tonight. Sorry, I'm short. If I am to be honest with myself, I remember only two things from our graduate and international programs orientation. I vividly recall the entertaining performance of the Spirit of Troy Marching Band, which provided a very spirited experience. I also remember the words spoken by Dean Guzman towards the end of his opening luncheon speech. I remember him saying that we should always all be in the moment, maximize what each day can offer, because in the blink of an eye, this will all be over. Truly, the past academic year at USC Gould flew by quickly. And as fast as the days went by, did each one of us adapt better with the life of once again being a student, of life in LA for the on-campus students, of the life of studying anywhere in the world for the online students, and of the life of a Trojan scholar. As Trojan scholars, we did not only learn from our casebooks, our professors' outlines, discussion boards, and presentations. More than that, we learned from our interactions with others. We learned from the experiences of our peers, our professors, and the alumni. And in the process of learning from each other's experiences, we learned the value and importance of building lasting relationships, learning how to understand others' cultures and respecting other people whose backgrounds are not the same as ours. And this is what will make us better professionals in our field. In this era of globalization, knowing how to communicate with people from other places and having strong professional relationships with practitioners in all corners of the world is an edge that will help us reach our professional goals. And for this, I would like to thank USC Gould and the G&IP office. Thank you for bringing together over 500 students from 41 different countries here in Los Angeles and online. Thank you for organizing social events and career development opportunities that allowed us to meet and connect with each other, our Trojan family. Thank you also to all of our professors for tirelessly mentoring us. And thank you to my fellow students whose leadership made each day in law school more bearable. Lastly, I would like to thank our families and friends who have been supporting us and cheering us on since day one, even if most of them are miles away from us. Thank you to my husband, Lester, for your patience. My mother-in-law, Susie, for helping me with my kids. and my kids, EJ and Anjay, for being my primary motivation. Truly, in the blink of an eye, our time at USC Gold is over. However, let us not be sad because when we open our eyes, we will see that regardless of wherever we go, USC Gold is now within us. So together, let's show the world what Trojans are made of. Let us all fight on and conquer what tomorrow brings. Congratulations, classmates. Congratulations to the USC Gold Class of 2019. Fight on.
Can we do it one more time for Angela, please? And now I'm honored to introduce our commencement keynote speaker, Nina Hishigian, Deputy Mayor of International Affairs for the City of Los Angeles and the former U.S. Ambassador to the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti appointed Ambassador Hishigian to be the first Deputy Mayor of International Affairs in 2017. Her office seeks to use and expand Los Angeles' global ties to help bring jobs, economic opportunity, culture, visitors, and a great Olympics to the city. From 2014 to 2017, she served as the second U.S. Ambassador to the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN. Under her leadership, the United States established a strategic partnership with the association, held the first Leaders Summit in the United States, launched a presidential initiative on economic cooperation, established the U.S. ASEAN Women's Leadership Academy, and grew the youth program to over 100,000 members. She was awarded the State Department's Superior Honor Award for her service. She's also a founder of WASA, the Women Ambassadors Serving America, a group of 200 some current and former ambassadors. Prior to all that, Ambassador Hishigian built a distinguished career in international relations. Her past roles include Senior Fellow and Senior Vice President at the Center for American Progress, focused on Asia policy and U.S.-China relations, Co-Director of Asia Policy for the Obama campaign, Director of the RAND Center for Asia-Pacific Policy, and she served in the National Security Council during the Clinton administration. In addition, she's editor of the book, Debating China, the U.S.-China Relationship in 10 Conversations, and co-author of The Next American Century, How the U.S. Can Thrive as Other Powers Rise. She earned her J.D. from Stanford Law School with distinction and her B.S. from Yale, magna cum laude. Please join me in welcoming Ambassador Hishigian.
Thank you, Dean Guzman. Graduates, faculty, parents, distinguished guests, especially those from Indonesia. Speakers at lofty occasions like this are likely to pronounce that we are living in historic times, that our nation is at an inflection point. In retrospect, I think most of the times I have heard these assertions, they were exaggerated, and perhaps a way for the speaker to make his or her sage words sound slightly more important. But today, the day you graduate from USC Law School, these statements are actually true. We are living in historic times, and we are at an inflection point in this nation, even the world's history, with more likelihood of peril ahead than any time that I can remember. And I promise I'm not just saying that for effect. When I was in law school, like 300 or so years ago, I recall only one current event defining my academic life, piercing the bubble of a fairly quiet and studious atmosphere on campus, and that was the Anita Hill hearing. The entire school dropped everything to watch, horrified at the spectacle, and we debated for weeks all the racial, gender, and legal dynamics at play. During your tenure here at USC, there was another hearing for a Supreme Court justice accused of sexual misconduct. It was also raw and affecting. But in addition to that one event, there have been dozens and dozens of decisions, statements, other hearings that have invaded daily conversations and probably your classes. The Mueller investigation and report, family separations at the border, campaign finance irregularities, suppression of voting in the North Carolina 2018 election, multiple departures of cabinet officials under ethical clouds, the president attacking judges and the Federal Reserve, security clearances improperly granted to White House officials, the U.S. pulling out of many international commitments, including the Paris Climate Accord and the UN Human Rights Commission. And this particular week, the question of whether the U.S. Congress should hold the Attorney General in contempt or impeach the president, or maybe both. So yes, these are historic times. There's a common thread to these incidents. What is under attack and what I fear is weakening is the very principle that makes this country and our system so functional and special, and that is the rule of law. Graduates, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but for the non-lawyers in the audience, this is the concept that rules, standards, norms will guide human behavior, including that of the most powerful among us, and that our system will deliver equal justice under law. Our founding fathers were very clear on the importance of rule of law. John Adams wrote that good government and the very definition of a republic is an empire of laws. And his cousin Samuel Adams believed that the rule of law means that, quote, there shall be no one rule of justice for the rich and the poor. There shall be one rule of justice for the rich and the poor, for the favorite in the court and the countryman at the plow. In his pamphlet called Common Sense in 1776, Thomas Paine asserted that, quote, in America the law is king, for in absolute governments the king is law, so in free countries the law ought to be king, and there should be no other. So why is the rule of law so important? First, for the reasons the founders articulated. A democracy can't reflect the will of the people if elected leaders can ignore the laws. Second, rules are what guarantee our freedom. If laws didn't constrain human behavior, one human could deprive others of their liberty without consequence. As long as we are living with other humans, we need rules in order to have real freedom. Rule of law is also essential for equality. Rules give us standards that allow us to judge if a group is being discriminated against. But as Yuval Noah Harris, author of the book Sapiens, points out, this is all made up. Laws and norms don't come from nature. Humans have created this framework of imaginary ideas, and what gives it power is that we all believe and subscribe to it. And because we do, societies like ours, where lots of different kinds of people from an immense diversity of backgrounds can create trust and operate together. But because the rule of law is imaginary and not like gravity, for example, immutable, it is mortal and it can die. But the good news, graduates, is you. You are now stewards of the rule of law and all that goes with it. You have the tools that can help right the wrongs and set our nation and our world on a better course again. And the fact that we are living in historic times and at an inflection point means that you could get to do some very cool work, some groundbreaking and lasting work. Rule of law is a simple concept, but it's not easy to get it right. It can take society decades, centuries even, to fully develop. And as we've seen, it's vulnerable in multiple ways, even then. For the rule of law to be realized, several conditions need to be in place. To be simple about it, laws need to be stable and predictable, easy for people to know and to understand. The process by which the laws are made and enforced has to be accessible and fair and efficient. Justice needs to be delivered in a timely fashion by competent, ethical, and independent individuals who reflect the makeup of the communities that they serve. But rule of law is also cultural. And when the culture of rule following and trust in institutions breaks down, even a working established system can falter. So what you graduates need to do is not only use the law, but also defend the system that enables it and make it stronger. Because as much of the rule of law is under attack here in the US, it is under attack in other countries too, some of which you come from, no doubt. Moreover, rule of law is not only faltering within countries. Our international system of norms and rules that guide cooperation among nation states is also under attack. When I was an ambassador, I spoke about rule of law all the time. Our aim in the Obama administration was to help create a rules-based order in Asia. We thought that that was the best way to create stability and avoid clashes between major powers. And the group to which I was an ambassador, ASEAN, made up of 10 relatively weak states, subscribed to that idea also. In fact, lots of allies and partners and others supported this framework because instead of sheer power, it held up rules and legal processes as the arbiters of difficult decisions, like whose claim in the South China Sea is valid. The only countries who objected to the rule of law frame were powerful countries with authoritarian systems that didn't like the way decisions would come out based on the law. As for the United States, we have believed for quite some time that acting within norms, rules, laws, treaties, and institutions would magnify our global power. It would bring more allies to us, expand predictability and transparency, and it would increase other countries' willingness to bear the burden of keeping the system working. And let's face it, most external threats to Americans and everyone else nowadays come from phenomena which no one country can control, like climate change and terrorism and contagious disease. We have to work together to get a handle on any of these threats. This unprecedented era is not all gloomy, though. In this country, the Me Too movement is a hopeful counterexample of bolstering a rule of law framework. For dozens, hundreds of years, many victims of sexual misconduct did not come forward due to their reasonable fears of vilification. But recently, for a variety of reasons, more women and men have begun to tell their stories. And their courage is slowly dismantling a culture of impunity that powerful men used to enjoy, even on this campus. Gay marriage is another example of the law responding to a freedom and a right that society demanded. And California Attorney General Javier Becerra and many others like him around the country are using the justice system to challenge the Trump administration on a variety of fronts. In the international sphere, the Paris Accord is proceeding despite our president's desire to remove us from it. And US localities are stepping up. Here in LA, just within the last 10 days or so, we announced a Green New Deal with a pledge to be carbon neutral by 2050 and to create hundreds of thousands of new jobs in the process. Mayor Garcetti is running to be chair of the C40, which is a global network of megacities dedicated to lowering carbon emissions. And he founded a group called the Climate Mayors, which are now 422 US mayors who have committed to stay within the confines of the Paris Accord, even if our country is no longer a part of it. It's not the ideal way, but it is a way forward that also strengthens an international framework. So there is hope, and now even more hope, because you fine lawyers are being unleashed on the world. You are now guardians of the rule of law, the special spark that lights the flames of liberty and equality. Whether you go into private practice or nonprofit or government work, whether you practice here or in another country, you can defend this concept. You can believe in it. You can write about it and speak about it. You can model it in your own behavior. You can run for office and help codify the norms we used to take for granted. You can defend victims, and you can make sure alleged perpetrators get their day in court. If your country doesn't have one, you can do your part to build a non-corrupt and independent judiciary. I will put in a brief plug for spending at least some of your time in public service. We need your talent, and it will make your life richer and more fun. My most salient memory from the time I briefly practiced corporate law was a pro bono project to get asylum for a Honduran refugee based on his sexual orientation, which was a very new part of the law at the time. None of this work to reinforce the rule of law will be fast or easy. This work is hard, and it's long-term, but it's so important. And when this historic time is past, when the inflection point is behind us, our country and other countries could come out all the stronger, even more dedicated to the rules that bind us and set us free. And you could be a part of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. So before we confer your degrees, I want to take one moment to thank the staff and volunteers who have worked so hard to put on this event. An event like this is large and complex and requires many talented people to work very hard, both before and during the event. Tonight, a lot of those people are here wearing black t-shirts that say USC Gould on them. If you are willing, on your way out, if you see one of these people, please thank them for us, because they put in a lot of hours and a lot of effort so that we can all celebrate you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Assistant Dean Misa Shimotsu and Associate Dean Debbie Call. Dean Shimotsu manages the operations of our residential LLM program, as well as our graduate and international degree and non-degree programs. Dean Call serves as Gould's Chief Programs Officer, providing strategic oversight for all of the law school's graduate and international degree and non-degree programs. Dean Shimotsu will acknowledge the degrees that each of you have earned. She will be followed by Dean Call, who will direct the presentation of the graduates.
Thank you, Dean Guzman. Graduates, please stand. On behalf of the faculty and administration of the Gould School of Law, we acknowledge the degree conferred upon you by the University of Southern California. Congratulations to each of you on earning your degree. You and your families should be very proud of your accomplishments. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated.
Now it is time to confer the degrees. Members of our staff, may I ask that you please take your places so we can begin the procession. Graduates, each of you will come to the stage to get your diploma. We will be conferring the following degrees: our Master of Laws in Alternative Dispute Resolution, Master of Dispute Resolution, Master of Studies in Law, and our Master of Laws degree. My colleagues, Associate Director Anitha Kadambi, our incomparable Dean Shimotsu, our amazing Director Sarah Grishas, will read the names of each graduate, and our fabulous Ashley Sim will present your diplomas.
Srinivas Idulakunti. Archana Kumari. Alexandra Brooks. Ji-Yul Kim. Hawei Sen. Michelle Lopez. Robert Lawrence Thuring. Michael Karagosian. Vikram Raj Purohit. Shruti Garg. Itohan Okagbo. Ivan Martinez Davidov. Felipe Puente. Brian Palladian. Monica Kirango. Martina Chun. Reese Appling. Kristen Douglas. Fernande Bortolini. Alankriti Kare. Yuan Shang. Juan Ng. Hao Wen Chen. Yi Xiang. Anel Chavez Cortez. Taylor Cornwell. Victoria Vargas. Marlene Salas. Roxana Bokai. Miriam Vartkis. Yep. Gobad Dusta Mahamadlu.
Great.
Melanie Jackson. Susan Cooper. Kieran Taylor. Gregory Ludin. Tricia Barrow. Leora Tamar Penez. Melanie Wong. Tiffany Kerniawan. Sheriko Williams. Beatrice Burke. Shara Robinson. Ian Oglesby. Rakesh Patel. Raven Romero. Adam Greaves. Matthew Tyson. Christian Talavera. Evan Huang. Jiashan Kwa. Yingxiang Xiao. Jean Sprengel. Deanne Webb. Elisa Angelis. Michelle Franco. Michelle Salmaron. Jalan Dinweedy. Tatiana Campos. Nicole Thompson. Noemi Perez. George Saad. Maria Isabel Avila. Doriel Hammonds. Jose Gutierrez. Aslan Kisor. Charisse Flournoy. Angel Cedillo Jr. Pat Panugonkit. William Taki. Juan Sepulveda. Rayford Jones. Kathy Morgan. Sarah Katarjian. Adina Garapetian. Linda Correa. Jasmine Quarry. Nicole Kearns.
Snehaja Rana. Nikita Shankar. Rachita Chatter. Manveen Santhu. Kelmer Messina. Angie Moran. Ayman Al-Shibali. Pooja Metani. Laura Patricia Marvin Paitel. Carlos Altimari. Xiao Zhang. Lili Liu. Rong Luo. Michael Yuen. Siyu Liu. Yi Yao Shang. Yidang Yen. Miriam Oproyan. Christine Parikian. Xiao Wen Chu. Ye Wen Chu. Bo-Ru Yu, Li Yan Chen, Xuan Li, Ho-Yu Lo, Shuangzhen Li, Junru She, Xiang Cui, Miaoqi Wang, Mingyuan Li, Qing Yang, Sen Liang, Jeho Zhang, Vanessa Pletis, Mongyu Chen, Jue Wang, Munbing Tong, Lin Ma, Yukin Ando, Seigo Ito, Takeshi Iwakami, Yusuke Kiyoka, Keitaro Abe, Tomoya Suzuki, Osamu Nakayoshi, Bingqin She, Tianren Zhu, Yoshun Li, Julian Song, Yiling Luo, Yanyan Ren, Yifan Zhou, Han Fu, Yuchen Chu, Jiewei Wang, Amanda Binman, Cullen Smith, Junsu Oksal, Austin Hamilton, Dilara Sari, Lu Lu, Yutong Liu, Jiangting Song, Yachi P, Mengshi Lin, Xue Jin, Chongliang Zheng, Haming Chu, Haosu Tsui, Cheng Xing, Ziqian Chen, Guoyu Zhang, Peiyong Liu, Aichi Shimazaki, Yusuke Omori, Atsushi Maeda, Yuki Takama, Yusuke Kuwabara, Mala Hajiachu, Marilia Baltar, Mary Surian, Angela Hovanesian, Isabella Beatrice Carlson, Yelena Sakova, Matis Mihalik, Aline Vahano, Zara Kazemi, Shi Lee, Prashnat Kumar Sheth, Nada Smith, Domnina Rancis, Alexander Einalev, Mustafa Muslimov, Ayin Malikov, Darkin Abakirov, Aliyah Makasheva, Vugar Abbasov, Atabek Akhmandov, Sandra Galisto, Adedolapo Adenuga, Xuanli Chen, Xiyang Li, Haonan Chu, Yuan Liu, Yitong Liu, Chuyao Tsu. Anna Muradian. Yen Zhang. Junjia Oyang.
Nora Alakatani. Shiji Zong. Chiang Chi. Yu Yu Wang. Xiao Chun Huang. Chi Yan Lin. Sha Ying Pan. Ge Song. Nehaya. Claudia Cuenca. Danny Lee. Yishuan Zhao. Zhen Zhang. Aiju Lin. Yuran Fu. Shu Fen Lin. Sichuan Li. Weijia Lan. Xia Li. Bingqiang Zhang. Man Chi. Sueyi Mui. Chen Chu. Hanji Chung. Muhammad Al-Mahiri. Muhammad bin Assem. Sinri Chen. Zi Wang. In-Ho Jin. Hak Jun Ju. Sin-Chi Wang. Pinar Kaman Doganoglu. Tong Zhu. Ijia He. Jean Li. Yifan Zhu. Howie Hong. Yue Zhang. Fa Chen Zhu. Jia Peng Liu. Kang Tong Zhao. Wei Zhu. Zinan Zhuang. Li Fan Zhou. Cheng Liu. Miguel Giancani. Meng Han Soon. Sita Mi. Ching Chu Wu. Jia Yan Li. Jing Wang Gong. Xiao Jiang Yu. Wen Do. Darren Lee. Lu Zhu. Qi Zhang. Yufen Lin. Xiaoming Guo. Pingcheng Ma. Shen Yao. Yipeng Zhang. Yuko Kurakawa. Barbara Hoffins. Tagrit Algarbi. Clementine Liger. Sona De Merchant. Aida Bagdasarian. Xiao Yu. Yiying Chen. Hashia Yang. Siyu Lu. Wei Shen Feng. Shaolin Zhang. Yang Hong. Yan Ben Liu. Yijiao Zhang. Ri Gao. Jiamin Li. Jiying Chu. Heng Wang. John Su. Lan Ting Yang. Laura Siemantik. Tinara Haydairi. Zishuan Zhu. Lin Yu Chi. Yujen Shah. Ri Quen Yo. Yuchi Zhang. Yang Bo Gu. Xiao Ha Zhao. Jun Ye Chen. Zhou Li Yu. Jiehui Huang. Lin Li Wang. Noor Calderam. Jaylan Urukman. Rochelle Camuezas. Ada Orkan. Victor Simoni Marquez. Zhao Yan Gi. Qian Cheng. Chen Chen Zhao. Kua Sin Hua. Wingting Maggie Ma. Jin Yu Dai. Yan Hengbo Yu. Yu Dong. Miqian Luan. Dan Wang. Annie Wang. Ziyi Yang. Tiaming Zhao. Ruyi Liu. Yushuan Zhang. Silian Jing. Jing Yao Liu. Jieqi Zhang. Xinyang Park. Yunjung Che. Yen Sung Mo. Jungsu Che. Mengshu Li. Yenting Zhao. Ajing Zhang. Shuixing Zhang. Qi Wang. Weihu Shitiawang. Fairly Pramada. Kohei Ikeda. Daikun Feng. Jiyan Li. Jay Shun. Yuan Lu. Yue Sun. Yu Fu. Gloria Chung. Meng Meng Han. Raoling Wei. Moonil Zhang. Minsyuk Hung. Ma Jin Ha. Yune Kong. Sung Hwan Kim. Yumi Cheng. Ye Yang. Shinla Liu. Chuang Chen. Yang Wan. Li Ping Zhu. Lena Wu. Jieling Huang. Zhenwei Guo. Ziyu Wu. Xinyue Zhang. Jiapeng Yi. Zili Zhu. Yuan Go. Li Wen Liu. Han Jie Zhao. Yin Tong Chu. Ershen Liu. Yadi Li. Zhu Shen Liu. Tong Lu. Shi Yen Huang. Elizabeth Wang. Akshay Aurora. Divyaki Sharma. Heder Nadeem. Pooja Lal. Yelena Nikolic. Shuyu Chu. Wenju Oyang. Takayi Hirano. Shoga Kajiwara. Minoru Sonihara. Satoko Dohi. Kana Takeuchi. Yingji Li. Pei Yu Zhao. Tiaju Li. Yifei Li. Fan Feng. Hanshin Wang. Lydia Lai. Tinghao Ta. Hong Wen. Wei Zhang. Idian Zhu. Kunyan Sha. Zishan Ma. Ying Fan. Lan Shu Kao. Kai Ying Chen. Chen Yang Liu. Wan Ting Sai. Xin Pei Shin. Young Kwang Park. Ji Yu Shang. Sinues Zhu. Sitasaiwi Mafu. Jinsung Park. Julie Gabriel. Muna Alonzi. Wei Chen Wang. Ning Ding. Josh Wen Hu. Zulian Jia. Xinhao Bao. Wei Yi Zhang. Maricela Castro. Kirat Singh. Dolly James Simangansong. Qian Lin. Xinyue Zhang. Jingyi Zhang. Xie Ding. Dong Liu. Matthew Hong. Jackie Chung. Malak Raval. We have one final LLM to confer. Purita Angela Sandalo Paredo.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pride and great pleasure to introduce to you the USC Gould School of Law class of 2019. Can we